Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Om Bhagirathye cha Vitmahe Vishnupadye cha Dhimahi Tanno Ganga Prachodayat. Patitodharini Janhavi Gange Ghandita Girivara Mandita Bhange Bhishma Janani He Munivara Kanni Patita Nivarini Tribhuvana Dhanyi. That was the verse we were listening yesterday. So we saw the other words. Now comes one important name of Devi, Bhishma Janani. Sri Ganga is the mother of Bhishma. Bhishma is known as Ganga Putra. He is the son of Ganga Devi. This is a very fascinating story for all of us. Even when we reach very higher standards and higher worlds, we should be very, very careful. Why? Because the bija, the seed of lust, kama bija, is not very easy to be burned. We may be living in a higher world. We may think that we are now freed from all kinds of forms of lust, but should be very careful. When Maya will catch us, it's not at all known to us. Tasmad Jagrada Jagrada. Why Puranas will have different kinds of stories? Sometimes we'll think why they are telling all these kinds of stories. Because they want to show the reality. Not only some philosophical understanding, but they want to warn us that each and every moment of our life, we should live consciously. There is a possibility of fall at each and every step we take. In Upanishad we will study Kshurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya Durgam Padastat Kavayo Vadandi. So that is the story behind this entire, or the tattva behind all these stories. Now, it says Bhishma Janani. She is the mother of Bhishma. What happened? Lots of things happened. You might have heard about the King Ikshwaku. Have you heard King Ikshwaku? Who is Ikshwaku? Ikshwaku was the Purvika of Sri Ramchandra. Surya Vamsha. Bhagavan will, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan will tell, Manu Ikshwakave Bravid. Manu revealed this to Ikshwaku. Sri Ramchandra is known as Ikshwaku Vamsaja, the one who is born in the family of Ikshwaku. Vivaswan Manave Prahu. Manu Ikshwaku Ve Bravid. Evam Parambara Praptam Imam Jnanam. Now Ikshwaku had a great son, was very valorous, very dharmic, very handsome. All the gunas were there in him. Sarva gunopetaha. All the gunas were there in him, and he was very valorous. He completed 1,000 Ashwamedhas. If you complete 100 Ashwamedha, your seat as Indra is ready. Now this person completed 1,000 Ashwamedhas. Think about his punya. And because of that punya, he could even enter into Brahma Sadas. To reach Satyaloka, to go to Indraloka is very easy. But to reaching Satyaloka is not so. But because of his punya sanjaya, he reached Brahmaloka. And in Brahma Sadas, Bhagavan Brahma himself is seated, and then there is discussion and then of the Advaita, of Vedanta, of Dharma, of Chintanam. And then now and then Brahmaji goes into Samadhi, and all those people who are gathered also, they are in a very deep meditative mood. So such a Mahasadas was happening, and Bhagavan Brahmaji himself is presiding over, and this great king known as Mahabhishak was his name. Bhishak means doctor. Mahabhishak, the great doctor. So he was also seated in this Brahma Sadas, all like all of us. Mahabhishak is also seated. Then at that time, Bhagavati Ganga Devi entered into that Sadas. And Devi also did pranams to Bhagavan Brahma. Brahmaji is seated, and then pravachan is going on. Mahabhishak is seated. Gangaji came and did pranams to Bhagavan. That time there was a breeze, and Gangaji's clothes were fluttering. And this Mahabhishak's attention shifted from Brahmaji's words to Gangaji. He was looking at Gangaji, and Gangaji also looked at him. Such a handsome man, and in this Brahma Sadas. So she also started to think, who is this person? Such a handsome man seated here. And nothing can escape the eyes of Brahmaji. Everything he says. And he said, you are seated in Brahma Sadas, and this kind of thoughts are coming to your mind. I curse you that both of you be born in this Manushya Loka, Mritya Loka, and then complete all your desires and then come back. Both of them said, sorry, we are just for a fraction of second. Fraction of second is enough for death. So we don't need much time to die. How much time we need to die? 1 second, fraction of second is enough, and you have committed such a sin. So, you have to be born as human being. Now Gangaji is already a Devata. So she said, oh Bhagavan, please forgive me, etc. So Brahmaji said, okay, you don't have to be born as a human being, you just live as a human being, and this Mahabhishak is to be born as a human being. And then what to do? They were coming down. On the way, Gangaji met Ashtavasu. Have you heard about Ashtavasu? We say, there are 33 crores of Devatas. The Kodi, in Sanskrit we use the word Kodi. Kodi, one meaning is Karod. Okay? The other meaning of Kodi is type. So when you say 33 crores of Devatas means, maybe possible, no? There are 33 crores of Devatas are there. They took one census and found that there are 33 crores of Devatas. Possible. Why? How many people are there? No, the India's population itself is 150 crore. Now what to talk about Devatas? Devatas are also. Anyhow, that's one. Another word, in the Vaidika Kriya, in the Yaga Yajna, 33 types of Devatas are invited for the Yaga Yajna Kriya. So 33 crore, one meaning is 33 crore. Another is 33 types of Devatas are there to whom the Yaga Havis is offered. That is the second meaning. The third meaning is there are 33 main devatas. Among the, so many devatas, 33 of them are the inner circle. The highest of the devatas. Who are they? They are Dwadasha Adityaha. The 12 sons of Aditi, starting from Indra. Okay? So there are 12 sons of Aditi. Aditi's sons are known as Adityaha. So they are the Dwadasha Adityaha, 12 sons of Aditi. Then Ekadasha Rudraha, 11 Rudras, manifestation of Shiva. And then Ashtavasu, 8 Vasus. And Ashwini Kumaro, 2. So, how many now? 12 Adityas plus Ekadasha Rudra plus Ashtavasu. How much? 31. And Ashwini Kumaro, 2 of them. So, 33. They are the 33 crores of Devatas. Among them, who are these Ashtavasu? They are very powerful Devatas. They are the presiding deities of Panchabhutas and Surya, Chandra and Nakshatras. So they are the one who controls this universe. Vasus are the controllers of this universe. Now, in Gita also we will study about, Ashtabhrit. Ashtabhrit, the 8 Ashtamurti of Bhagavan. So the Ashtamurti of Bhagavan, they are the controllers. Who are they? The Akasha Tattva. The Akasha Bhuta is controlled by Prabhasa. He is the head of the entire group. Like Adityas, the 12 sons of Aditi, who is the main? Indra. Like that, this Prabhasa is the manifested form of Akasha, and he is the most important among the entire Ashtavasus. And Vayu, Anila Devata. Anila is the name of the Vayu Tattva. Anila is a Vasu. Then Anala is the one who controls the Agni. And there is Apaha Devata, Apo Devata. That Apa is the Ashtavasu, one who controls Jala, water element. And there is Dhara. Dhara is his name. Dhara is the Vasu who controls Dhara, Bhumi. Panchabhutas. And then there is Aditya, Bhagavan Surya. The Aditya is the Devata who controls the Surya Mandala. And the Chandramas, there's a Devata known as Chandramas. This Chandramas is the Devata who controls the Chandramandala. And Dhruva is a Devata who controls the Nakshatras. So these are the 8 elements or 8 basic principles of life by which this universe exists. These are the forces which makes the universe work. And the Adhisthana Devatas of this Ashtamurti, they are known as Vasu. They were higher forms of Devatas. One day they all went with there for a trip. They want to roam around. They want to take a vacation. They want to go for a picnic. So they were roaming around, and then they saw that there's a very calm, quiet, beautiful ashram. They thought, let us do picnic here. Where? In the ashram. Whose ashram? Vasishtha Maharshi's ashram. And that time Vasishtha was not there, but they went to the ashram and then they sat there, they drank, and then all, picnic, whatever they do in picnic, they did. So once the Somarasa entered into their body, they all became little, intoxicated. And that time, the wife of Prabhasa, he saw that there is a very beautiful, attractive cow standing there. This cow is not an ordinary cow. This cow has wings. And each and every part of that cow is so perfect. And all the devatas are residing in that cow. Such a beautiful cow is there. And the calf of that cow also was standing near. And this Mrs. Prabhasa said, I want that. So now Prabhasa said, no, why you want cow and calf and all that? Who will take care of all this? No, are we going to get up in the early morning and then it's not possible. We don't want. She said, no, I want. Then Prabhasa said, okay, when we go there, I will purchase another cow for you. No, I want this only. They said, this is not an ordinary cow. This is Kamadhenu. No, this is Kamadhenu and this belongs to Vasishtha. The Kartavya Veerarjuna's entire kula was destroyed because they tried to touch here. Now you want me to also go down? She said, whatever may happen to you, I don't care. I want this cow only. I want this cow only. Now what to do? They can't do anything. So with the help of all these Ashtavasus, the other, his brothers, this Prabhasa kidnapped Kamadhenu. And then Vasishtha when came back, there's no Kamadhenu. And calf is also not there. Where is it? And Bhagavan is Divya Chakshus, Jnana Chakshus. Meditated and saw that Prabhasa has taken. He called, Prabhas! Prabhasa came and said, sorry. No, my wife forced me. He said, see, I have no problem. Do you need this cow? What you will do with cow? You tell me. He said, for me, when Bhagavan is Vasishtha, every day I have to do yaga, yajna. For that yaga, yajna, I need milk and curd and ghee, etc. What do you need? Why? Is there any, purpose with this cow? He said, because they are devatas. What yaga, yajna they will do? They cannot even drink also milk. They are always drinking amridam only. Now why they need the milk also? Nothing. Said, you are a devata. And you have no use of this cow. Still you kidnapped, you took away without my permission. So I am cursing you that all of you, not only you, all these 8 of you, be born as human beings. You are fallen from the Devatva, live in the world as Martya, human beings. They all fall. They said, oh, so sorry, very, very, very sorry. We never meant. We just thought that we'll just take it and then bring it back. Oh, no, nothing. You have done. You have committed a mistake. Now you have to go through the punishment. The other 7 Vasus said, we only did it because this man, he told me. That's why we did this. He said, okay, you just be born and come back. But this Prabhasa has to live in the world and complete his karma bhala. So this all happened and they were also walking, now what to do? That's the time they see that Bhagavati Ganga is coming down. So they met on the way and said, they asked Devi, what happened? You are not very happy. Kya hua? So she said to them also, you are also not looking very happy. Tell me what happened. Then they shared all their stories, what happened, etc. Then when the Ashtavasus came to know that going to be born as, he has to live in the world for some time and bear a child, etc. They said, oh mother, please bless us that you will be our mother. And the moment we are born, you should give us moksha. All 7 of them. But one of them, you keep him, not others. Now everything has said. And this great Mahabhishek, Mahabhishek was a great king. Mahabhishek was, now he was in Surya Vamsha, then he was born in Chandra Vamsha as the son of Pradeepa. In Chandra Vamsha, there was a great king named Pradeepa, and Pradeepa's, this Mahabhishek was born as Pradeepa's son named Shantanu. Shantanu was his name. And Shantanu was very brave and a great king because he is, Sakshal Mahabhishek, was very valorous and very handsome, very powerful, everything. And when he was young, this all Rajas have this, they want to go for hunting, Mrgaya. And then they say that the one of the greatest dukkha hetu for Raja is Mrgaya. If you see many of the kings, they are all fallen because of this hunting. Whether it is the Dasharatha, all of them. Now, this Shantanu also went for hunting, and he separated from his group and he reached the Ganga's banks, and he was very tired, and there he saw a beautiful woman coming from this Ganga river. The moment Shantanu saw this woman, he said, please marry me. That woman said, okay, I will marry you on one condition, that you should never say no to me. You should not even ask me. Whatever I will do, whatever I wish, I will do. You should not even ask me, kyun? Why you did that? You should not ask me. On that condition, I will marry you. Shantanu thought, okay, so what? Such a beautiful woman. And then Shantanu married this. This was none other than Ganga Devi. And this Shantanu is none other than Mahabhishek. They married, and one by one, the Vasus, all were born out of Gangaji. The moment child is born, Ganga will take that child and will throw him into Ganga. And the moment then they all released. 7 children were thrown into Ganga, and this good-for-nothing man could not even ask, why are you doing this? Think about your child, throwing into Ganga, and this man is standing there. Kya kare? Anyhow, so 7 children were drowned, and then Ganga Devi, gave birth to the 8th one, who was none other than Prabhasa. And Ganga Devi took the child in her hand, and that's the moment our Shantanu gathered some courage and said, no. She said, no. So Ganga said, okay. So you see, actually I took the child in my hand to hand over to you, but then you have said no, now I will not stay with you. Done, our contract is over, ta-ta. So Shantanu said, at least you give me my child, 7 of them you drowned, and only one is there. Please give me, I need a, progeny, I need somebody to become the king after me. Devi said, I will give him back to you, but let me train him well. And Ganga Devi took the child, and the name was given to him as Devavrata. The name of this, Gangaji's child was Devavrata, and he was given the best education possible. Sakshal Parashurama was his guru. Think about that. None other than Parasurama. Parasurama actually never teaches Kshatriyas. But because this is Ganga Devi's putra, and he, of course, Parasurama knows who is this and all that, Ashtavasu Sakshal Prabhasa, he taught Bhishma, and Bhishma became very powerful. At the age of 12, one day, when Shandanu was again went for a hunting, he saw that the entire Ganga's water level is increasing. What is happening? So that a child is standing and then blocking the entire Ganga with his arrows. Oh, such a powerful child. So he wanted to, ask, who are you? That time Ganga Devi appeared there and said, this is your son. Now I cannot control him. You take. Out of control now. So you take him. And at when he was 12 years old, this Devavrata was handed over to Shantanu. And then all the stories you know. That's why Bhishma Janani Munivara Kanye Patita Nivarini Tribhuvana Dhanni. It's believed that whenever Bhishma wanted to see his mother, he used to go to Ganga. Hastinapura is actually built on the banks of Gangaji. So, whenever he want to go, he will go and sit in the banks of Ganga, and he could speak with Gangaji, because Ganga was his mother. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.